how many stories were told about that? Tony Atlas said the worst thing you could ever do in Vince's eyes was to ignore a fan.
Yeah. Come on, stop it already. You grow
Well,
up.
now
the
you
way
got the
Vince
wrestlers
did.
like, we're our own people. Don't bother me at the airport.
It's unbelievable. It is
Hey,
unbelievable.
it's today's world, bro.
It is.
It's tough, right? It's today's world.
It's absurd. It's absurd. Hey, look, as much as I love Randy Orton, I've seen enough video evidence to know that you do not walk up to Randy Orton. Don't do it.
Yeah, you better not.
Yeah, you better not. It's not a good idea because he'll basically be like, get the hell away from me, you piece of shit. He doesn't give a rat's ass.
So we're just talking about the blurring the lines of this world. So I thought we'd bring this up. Our old buddy Evan Ginzberg came out with his book probably about 4 months ago called Wrestling, Rings, Blackboards, and Movie Sets. So wrestling has to do with the fact that he grew up watching wrestling with his father, the cab driver, which he just continually tells that stupid ass story. Wrestling. Blackboards because he's some kind of fugazi teacher. I don't know what the deal that is. Understood. Could you imagine having Jimmy? Wait a minute, dude. Honestly, could you imagine having that guy as your teacher?
Well, we already know that history would be written because if you like the Beatles and the Yankees, you couldn't have anything in common with the man as a person. I mean, if you like the Beatles and the Yankees,
could you imagine if history he was teaching your kid history?
Right. Like, your kid comes home from school, Mike, right? He's a little Monty, right? He's got shades on and everything. He tugs on your pants after a hard day's work and goes, Daddy, I'm confused. Who's Bobby Rush? Because he told us today that Bobby Rush was greater than the Beatles. And I don't understand.
I think it would be more like this. It would be, Daddy, what's up, son? Mr. Ginzberg told me that Abraham Lincoln used to wear flippers and fucking butterfly outfits or some shit. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know, man. I can't imagine that guy. I'm sorry.
If you're saying that everything,
I would homeschool my kid. That guy was teaching my school. Let me tell you that right now.
Yeah. Well, imagine him being in charge of your article.
Well, all's forgiven. And then Movie Sets, obviously, we all know the story there where his big claim to fame is that he was executive producer where he didn't make a dime for the wrestler, right? So anyway, I was too lazy to buy the book because I'm not spending my money on this guy's shit. But the one great thing about AI is you could just pull shit, like say, hey, give me some liner notes about this dude's book. Let's see what it says here. Let me put my glasses
on. Liner notes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Remember liner notes back in the day, dude?
Yeah, I feel like we're like Siskel and Ebert of books. Go on. This is great.
Bobby Rush. I don't even know where you got that name from, dude.
It's a soul artist from the '60s that is superior to the Beatles. That
All right. So I need you to weigh in on this as I read it to you, please. Are you ready?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Diverse career. Ginzberg bridges worlds of wrestling historian, educator, medium, film, and TV work. Thought of that.
Again with the fancy words, Schmagegi, who tried to do a bunch of little different artsy-fartsy things.
But what's a wrestling historian, dude? Please help me with this.
Anybody who decides that they are, because free speech has gone wild, we need to curb it.
I'm a wrestling historian.
Like
I just don't even understand it. You did. You did.
Yeah, we need to curb it.
Hundreds of untold stories. The book, dude. I gotta put my glasses on. I'm trying to avoid it. I'm trying to stay in gimmick, but I just can't.
It's like co-hosting with Mr. Magoo. What the fuck's going on over there?
Book includes many behind-the-scenes stories, personal encounters with legends like Bruno Sammartino, Johnny Valiant, Killer.
Personal encounters. What does that mean? What does personal encounters mean? Like,
my
dinner with Andre? It was like that?
I'm not sure, dude. I'm really not.
Yeah.
Hold on. Johnny Valiant, Killer Kowalski, and other known celebrities like Muhammad Ali and Nicolas Cage. Now, the Nicolas Cage thing is the fact that Nicolas Cage was tagged because they couldn't get the movie done, right? They needed a bigger star, so they asked Nicolas Cage to do it, but it just wasn't working with Nicolas Cage. They went back to Mickey Rourke, and they ended up getting a studio convincing, and thank God they did.
Yeah.
So personal encounters. Could you imagine Nicolas Cage having to deal with that fucker? Oh, my God, please. Humanizing. Well, go ahead, Jim.
I had an experience with Nicolas Cage. Did I ever tell you that?
No, let me hear it. Thank you.
It was great. No, it was great.
Thank you for sharing. Was it a personal encounter?
It was a personal encounter without ever engaging in verbal. It was great. No, it was great. I was with my dad at Yankee Stadium, and somehow we were sitting downstairs. I don't know how that happened. My father was cheap. But anyway, we're all the way down there, right? 2 rows behind us, I hear a ruckus. Could you describe the ruckus? Well, yeah.
Well, you give me the opportunity to ask you that. What was the ruckus, Jimmy?
Yeah, it's from Animal House. Could you describe the ruckus? Well, I turned around and there's a bunch of people bothering someone. The someone, when the sea of humanity cleared and left the poor man alone, was Nicolas Cage. And I turned around and we made eye contact and I looked at him and I shook my head like, fucking pathetic, bro. And he looked at me and he just went, ugh. Like you could see it in his face, like.
Well, so you guys had that like moment together.
Yeah, we had that moment where, all right, I was a big deal on Long Island, and this poor man's a big deal across the universe, and I just looked at him like, oh God, people are ridiculous, aren't they, bro?
Well, I think you need to write a book, honestly.
I should. It was a personal encounter. My resume is very diverse.
I would almost say it's eclectic.
It's Mike, did you know that one time I did an interview with Joan Jett on a 50,000-watt radio transmission?
You did tell me that story.
Yeah.
But go ahead, please. For people who haven't heard it, it's a very interesting story.
It was surreal. I was suddenly being myself. Well, actually, the real story is that all the other guys in the band. You got that?
It was surreal.
Yeah, it was surreal. I was suddenly playing myself. You mean playing with yourself while you were writing that ridiculous resume of yours, that delusional bullshit that Bobby Rush is better than John Lennon and Paul McCartney. Oh my God! Postage, anybody? I need to get a package over here from overseas.
I'll tell you what. If that guy was making a speech at Utah College, no.
Stop! You stop right there.
No one's even bothering.
Nobody's there. Let's just leave it at that. There's nobody there.
No, the guy's like this.
Nobody there. He's got to sweep the crumbs up from underneath his own feet. There's nobody there. Just stop. Oh dear God.
Joan Jett, get us on track.
It's the same old rhetoric, though. It's just it's delusion, and whoever fucking chews on that gum, that's bad Kool-Aid, bro. We don't drink that, thankfully. Oh, I'm glad you've made me nauseous for the week. You made me laugh a little bit. Now you've made me nauseous.
But hold on,
I want to know where your figures are. We've covered that. The world is just ridiculous at this point. We've covered that.
Hold on, now.
What else you got?
He humanizes the legends.
Oh, there's more.
Tales show of the personalities, humor, hardships behind famous wrestlers, not just their ring persona.
Humanizes. So I like the Beatles and the Yankees. He wanted to disown me. He's humanizing.
And there's no, it's so surreal when Lanny Poffo sleeps on my couch.
Remember when Lanny explained to us the difference between friendship and tolerating?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
He was like, well, well, Michael, Jimmy, there's friendship, and then there's tolerance.
and all I could think to myself is, this clown thinks that's his friend. And hello.
Yeah, no doubt.
How about this one? Crossroads of wrestling and education. Ginzberg's background as a teacher for adult education is part how he frames wrestling stories, provides perspective on mentorship, performance, and discipline. Oh, yeah, he's disciplined, all right.
Understand that this is a book review, folks, before anybody gets twisted.
Hollywood media influencer. Oh, my God. The intersections of wrestling with film, movie sets, and media portrayals. How wrestling theatrically overlaps with cinema.
Oh, look, Andrew Anderson is here. Where do I sit? Piss off. No, piss off. I'm done.
Historic preservation.
Yeah.
He's a keen in preserving wrestling history, especially from the eras that might be forgotten. Old promotions, smaller territories. Yeah, you know how he's doing it? He's like, go ahead, you money marks. Go spend $10,000 on WrestleMania. Come on already, idiot.
Don't go see that. Come to the firehouse and watch this.
Hold, look at this one.
Have you seen what's at your local
accolades.
firehouse? And
Personal
he wants
accolades.
you to go pay for that. Here, have this vanishing shit burger. You'll have the runs for weeks, but it's better than giving money to that tyrant. Piss off. Fuck you. I'm not paying to watch some guy go off the top rope and hit the fireman hose because the ceiling is too low. And they get yelled at by some wrestler's girlfriend because I'm rooting against them. Fuck you.
How about this one? How about this?
Fuck out of here. See, now you got
these money marks spend their money on the millionaires like Vince McMahon when they don't even support indie wrestling. But I'm going to buy my wife on the internet.
Stop it. Well, that be cash a check.
Don't spend your money on wrestling. Buy it on women that want to come to the United States and they'll marry anybody.
Look. Here's the bottom line.
Oh my God!
Here's the bottom line. The Beatles suck. The Yankees are horrible. They're the worst thing that ever happened in baseball. The company that gave you Hogan and Savage and Piper and a Warrior and Austin and Taker and Rock and Michaels and Hart and Cena and Roman and just forget all of that. Go watch Sweater Vest.
So Jimmy, if I would recommend this book, do we give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down, Jimmy?
I give it a thumb in your ass. Don't you dare ever bring this subject up again.
I swear to God, I'm buying you that book just for shits and giggles. I swear to God.
Are we having a bonfire in the backyard? And you know what? No one might look.
And he has the audacity to charge $29.95 for that thing. Like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm not kidding.
You're serious. That's not like a $4.99 with a food stamp.
No, it's like $29.95. Yeah.
I just afforded him an Abe Lincoln, and you're telling me he wants 6 of those? That's fast math for you folks at home, minus a penny, which is $29.99.
Could you imagine the audacity? All right, so. Know what I wanted to talk to you about. I want to welcome our new sponsor, 500 Level, www, shouldn't be using that, 500level.com, where they sell all sports clothing and all this wonderful stuff. And support the Monty and the Farrow Show. Please use the code MP20, that's MP20, and get a luxurious 20% discount with 500 Level sports gear. And right now they're offering a holiday special with 10%. So that's a whole 30% off the garments. Jimmy, you just being part of their sponsorship, ordered yourself a nice little T-shirt.
Yeah, I'm acknowledging the great tribal chief. Yo, by the way,
I'm really surprised you went that route, dude. I got to be honest with you.
Oh, you know, it's funny. As I was looking through, and by the way, they have a lot of great stuff for you folks out there. When you get to that site, there's a lot of good. Dude, I was tortured. You said to me, pick a shirt, and I'm like.
And by the way, it's just not wrestling, dude. It's all sports. Like, I was surprised you went wrestling. I was like, really, dude?
Well, you know, I mean, after all, they've been, kind enough to be our sponsor, and we're going to have a partnership with them. Of course I'm going to do wrestling. It's a wrestling show. Sometimes it's a wrestling show, right, Mike?
Sometimes. And let's not reminder, MP20 for a luxurious 20% off of 500 Level. And like I said, for the holiday, they're offering another 10%.
What do you think I was going to pick? Like Aaron Judge or something? I don't really.
Dude, I know. I was thinking to myself, is he going to go Yankees or Jets? And if he goes wrestling, he's not going Rome. Like, I was shocked. I thought you would go Hulk Hogan, Savage, Ultimate Warrior, even.
No, because right now, the very thing that you and I talk about from week to week and we pine for is the return of the great tribal chief. Look, we really did enjoy that. Yeah, we really did love that reign.
By the way, I got to show you something here. Do you see this? I got this T-shirt.
Look at that. There you go.
It's really cheesily made, but I fucking
love
it. So what?
It's the message that counts.
By the way, I got to ask